Dumelang Avsheni Ralocha Sanvanani Mulweni. My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. Now, today we are discussing a decision by President Cyril Ramaphosa that has actually sparked mixed reaction across the country. Now, this is South Africa's move to ease visa requirements for Nigerian nationals. Now, this decision is actually part of efforts to strengthen trade relations with Nigeria, which is South Africa's largest trading partner in West Africa, and to actually boost investment from Nigerian businesses. Now, during the 11th Bi-National Commission of South Africa-Nigeria relations, which saw Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu actually visiting Cape Town, and President Ramaphosa announced that qualifying Nigerian business people will now be eligible for 5-year multiple entry visas. In addition, tourists from Nigeria can also apply for visas without submitting a passport, which is making it easier for them to actually travel to South Africa. Let's have a look.
We want to enable investors to promote and operate their businesses in a manner that will enable them to pursue various opportunities in various sectors of the economy. We look forward to seeing more Nigerian companies investing in South Africa. In fact, we want to see Nigerian products on the shelves of South African shops. Our efforts to create a favorable environment include our simplified visa process for Nigerian business people to travel to South Africa. Qualifying Nigerian business people can be granted a 5-year multiple entry visa. In addition, tourists from Nigeria are now able to apply for a visa without even submitting a passport.
But here's the thing, right? While the intentions behind these policy changes may seem positive, the reality on the ground tells a more complex story. Now, across social media, South Africans have had quite mixed reactions to the move. While some acknowledge the potential economic benefits of easing the visa rules for Nigerian business people, others feel that this decision could actually fuel existing tensions around immigrations, particularly in areas like Hillbrow and Johannesburg, where foreign nationals, particularly Nigerians, already make up a significant portion of the population. Now, one Twitter user actually raised a valid concern, asking, right, why are these agreements always designed to suit Nigeria? What does South Africa gain from this? And another commentator reacted strongly, saying, South Africa needs Nigeria, but we don't need South Africa. Cyril, we reject your visa nonsense until you deal with the xenophobia in your government. As much as I want to support President Ramaphosa's visions for a united and prosperous Africa, I honestly can't ignore the genuine concerns voiced by many South Africans, right? Xenophobia, which has been a painful and persistent issue in our society, cannot be swept under the rug in these conversations. The reality is that there is a growing resentment among some South Africans towards foreign nationals, particularly in under-resourced areas where competition for jobs and housing is actually high. Now, I do also believe that this is not just about visas. It's about the deeper social issues that have been plagued our country for decades. While Ramaphosa's policy might help create an environment for business growth, what are we doing to address the very real fears that many South Africans feel about foreign nationals? And how are we ensuring that South African workers are not left behind in this growing global economy? I believe these are questions we have to ask ourselves. I mean, there is a sense of frustration, especially in communities already dealing with high unemployment rates and a lack of basic services. And it feels like, to some, that South Africa is making concessions to foreign nationals without securing any real benefits for South African citizens. Now, the country is, of course, already grappling with issues of inequality, poverty, and unemployment. My question remains, right? Can we actually afford to relax visa laws without addressing the elephant in the room, which is the xenophobia? And in his remarks, right, President Ramaphosa suggested that this policy would actually foster greater economic collaboration. But is it enough to simply attract Nigerian businesses without creating a system that equally benefits South African entrepreneurs? And yes, right, trade is vital. Yes, Nigeria is a major player in the African economy. And yes, improving the trade ties can benefit both nations. But let's not forget the local dynamics. The question is, can South Africans generally feel the benefits of this strengthened trade relationship? Are there enough safeguards in place to ensure that our people, particularly those struggling in areas affected by immigration-related tensions, aren't feeling sidelined? Now, some people actually pointed out that Ramaphosa's focus on Nigeria might be alienating other African nations or even South African citizens who feel their interests are being overlooked. And I believe it's a delicate balance, right? Yes, we want to be leaders in African economic integration, but we also need to ensure that the policies we adopt don't leave our people behind. As a Black South African reporter, right, I understand the importance of unity within Africa. I'm proud of the fact that we are a part of a continent with such vast resources and potential and young talent. But we cannot ignore the realities on the ground, which is the fears and the frustration and the very real tensions between nationals and foreign residents. Now, in the end, I believe the solution isn't just about easing visa restrictions or making trade easier. It's about finding a way to ensure that South Africans also benefit from these agreements too. It's about acknowledging the fears of xenophobia and tackling them head on. We cannot afford to neglect the social and economic concerns that have led to these sentiments. Let's hope, right, that as we move forward, South Africa continues to prioritize inclusivity and prosperity for all its citizens, and while also recognizing the need for Pan-African cooperation. And personally, I think we also need to make sure that the benefits of these international relationships are felt by every South African, and not just those at the top of the economic ladder. Now, that's just my opinion. What is yours? Please, let's keep on engaging in the comments section. We really want to hear from you. What are your thoughts in regards to this? And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till we meet again, it is goodbye for now.